Welcome to the Fishbowl Radio here. My name is Chief, and I'm alongside Mike Honcho here today.
Hello.
And we are here to talk about LSU football. LSU, beat Idaho this past weekend, and they are going to play Auburn in Jordan-Hare Stadium. So, Mike Honcho, let's have a review of the Idaho game here.
Well, LSU intercepted their quarterback 4 times, and 2 were pick six.
Well, that is some very good stats. LSU's got a very good defense. Their front four.
Yep, and Daryl Simon being a beast like he always is, coming out of Eunice.
Well, LSU beat Idaho 63-14, but this is probably their first real test of the year. How do you think the Tiger defense will slow down Auburn's offense?
I think they're going to stop Auburn because UL Monroe put them in a big stop last week where they barely won. So it's going to be a really easy win for the Tigers, I find.
Well, another thing that a lot of people are looking at is, UL Monroe, the whole college football world knows that UL Monroe beat Arkansas that first week.
But Arkansas didn't have their quarterback, and they lost a lot of players, and I don't think they were in their right mind that game, really and truly.
Well, I think that some people, you can make an argument for Arkansas losing to Alabama. They didn't have their starting quarterback.
And besides, Alabama, I ain't going to lie, is a good team, even though I hate them. But, yeah, Alabama definitely smashed Arkansas last week.
You know what, but I'm waiting for that game in November between LSU and Alabama.
Me too. It's going to be a close one, but I think the Tigers may have it with Zach Mettenberger. He's been a good quarterback lately. And
you can make an argument because Mettenberger, he's better than Jefferson. He's 10 times better than Jordan Jefferson.
Yeah, he can throw the ball real good. When I went watching him play against Idaho last week, he was doing really good.
And LSU's finally got a quarterback this year. Last year they gave Alabama a run for their money. The first game they beat them by that field goal, but you got to admit that Alabama beat themselves that game.
Yeah, they did because they had a lot of opportunities with their field goals that they missed and got blocked, and they should have had that game won, but they didn't. So. And
you can make another argument that LSU, they have a stable backfield. They have Alfred Blue,
Kenny Hilliard,
Spencer Ware,
Michael Ford. And they even got more talent. That's even good, but that's just to name a few.
I think one people that don't know the name yet nationally is, Eric Reed's known nationally, but there's a couple of guys you can see. I think Hawkins is his name.
Yeah, I think so. And Daryl Simon, I know he's heard of, but he's not heard of as good as he was. He had a lot of tackles in that game against Idaho. He was really good. I heard his name a lot.
Okay, well, we're going to shift our attention to the whole top 25 right here. All right, what's a couple of big house games going on this week that you think could possibly be upsets?
Well, my upset game I find is going to be Michigan upsetting Notre Dame. Michigan's coming in ranked at number 18. Notre Dame's coming ranked at 11. Michigan is just going to have to beat Notre Dame.
Well, I have my upset game right here. You know what? Kansas State will upset Oklahoma. The game will be televised on Fox. So that's my upset pick for this week.
And I think one game to watch for sure is the Missouri-South Carolina game. I think Missouri's going to put South Carolina for a good run of their money. And Missouri might actually get a win against South Carolina.
You know what team I'm really excited about this year?
What team?
Mississippi State. They seem they have finally got that program right, going in the right direction.
I don't think so, because the first game they played, they all chip on each other coming out of smoke. Something you shouldn't be doing. It's not a good sign.
Well, you think about a couple of years ago, Mississippi State was kind of known as the worst team in the SEC.
Yeah, now it's Kentucky.
Well, Ole Miss is almost filling up that hole right now, but okay. Who wins the SEC West this year?
It's going to be close, but LSU's going to win. Alabama finally going to come in second, but Texas A&M, they're going to come in third. I see it.
You know what? It depending on when Tyler Wilson gets back.
I don't think Arkansas is that good, though.
I think they're good if they have him on their team. But that loss to UO Monroe, I think, is just going to affect them psychologically, and it's just not going to do anything for them.
I find the same thing, but yeah, Arkansas, I don't think they have a chance.
Okay, who wins the East?
Who wins the East? I find it's another close game in the East, but I'm going to have to go with South Carolina. Because South Carolina's just been a good team. But like I said, Missouri might give them a run for their money and might actually beat them.
You know what? I'm going to go with a different pick than you. I'm going with Georgia.
Why'd you go with Georgia?
Because I really believe that Georgia's got a pretty good offense. I mean, you can look at the East and, they got Florida in there.
But Florida hasn't been doing that good. They almost lost to Tennessee, and Tennessee's not even doing that good this year. So.
Yeah, but I think South Carolina's going to finish second in that.
I can see how you could have that point, but I think it's just going to come down to when South Carolina does play Georgia, and we'll find out who wins the East and who goes on to face LSU in the Georgia Dome.
Well, we'll have to wait for all that stuff to know. This is just predictions. That could go. Everybody's got an opinion.
Yes. Yeah.
And that could just go either way. Well, let's switch to NFL. You probably know what I'm about to bring up. The New Orleans Saints.
Just not doing good this year. I think they can come back and win a game, though. I think they could beat the Chiefs this week. I find it, because they just got to find it. That one win is going to get them to go like a train.
I mean, it's hard to keep the Saints offense down, but you know what? I wonder if missing Sean Payton has something to do with this. I mean, this guy is a great play caller. And
practically one of the best coaches in the NFL as of now, because he's changed the program around.
I mean, you could look at that franchise, all the years that they spent putting their bags over their heads because the Saints were just so terrible.
And each year Sean Payton's been here, they had a good season. I could not think of a season that they really did horrible with him coaching.
I mean, okay, you look at the Broncos and Peyton Manning.
They just haven't found it. I mean, you throw 3 interceptions in the first quarter of a football game. That's just not a good thing. And then the controversy with him not being able to throw a Hail Mary should have came down to it. That's not good at all. You need a better quarterback. Peyton Manning used to be good, but he just ain't there no more.
He might be on the decline, but I mean, another team that I'm looking at, the Jets.
Yes, the Jets haven't been winning much either. I mean, they need a win. I like the Jets, but they can't win at all. That's just really bad.
Oh man, I mean, you look at you know what? I would like Buffalo Bills to have a good year this year.
Well, me too, because I have C.J. Spiller on my fantasy team, but I also like the Buffalo Bills. I have been liking them for a good while, but they need a win, and that's going to be hard to do when you go to face New England.
I think the Patriots winning that division, though. They just
the Patriots are one of the best teams. I ain't going to lie, but I don't really like the Patriots all that much.
My Super Bowl pick before the season started was the Green Bay Packers, but I don't see that happening.
I don't see Green Bay going to it either. I just don't. I maybe see Washington going over there to play in it, because Robert Griffin III is actually doing really, really good this year.
I don't see that happening because Robert Griffin III is still a rookie. He
is a rookie, but you got to think he put up some good yards each game, because I mean he's doing really good for what I expect. I think
once the people get some tape on him, he will now be able to be as really get into 6 or 7 weeks down the line. He won't be able to get into his rhythm like he usually is, because after you get some tape on some people, you'll be able to figure out what they do great at and what they won't do great at. So
I agree with you, but there really ain't much good teams in the FC this year. I mean, really. I mean, the Saints I thought might have done good, but they ain't doing good at all. And then the Panthers, I mean, they're not all that great as they expected. And Tampa Bay, I mean, you really can't find a good team in the NFC, so that's why I picked Redskins to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, you said you want the Redskins, Mike. So, who you think in the AFC is going to go to the Super Bowl?
Who's going from the AFC? That is a very, very tough one. Why? Because I have like I said, there's just no good teams in the NFL really this year, but I will have to go with the Baltimore Ravens.
I was thinking about the Ravens, too, as well. I really think the Ravens, that defense, that iconic D that they have over there.
With Ray Lewis, it's just really good defense. I mean, you can't stop it, really. And the best player, running back, I think, coming out this year in the NFL would be Stephen Ridley.
Well, you know what, guys? This is time to stop the Fishbowl Radio here. My name is Chief, and this is my Concho.
Come back next week to
Signing off here